Good afternoon. Welcome to Guna Matters. It's been a while that Guna Matters have been live from me personally. A bit of work, a bit of frustration, stress, and all that sort of thing. But enough about me. Let's see who are the starting guys. Change now. Who's going to start? Or, in my opinion, who I would like to start in the first 11 for Arsenal against Leicester City. Now, I am of the opinion there's quite a bit of injury. There's quite a bit of injury. There's quite a bit of injury. No, man, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. That's that, and that's that. So, yeah, there's quite a bit of injury updates. Also a bit of negativity around what Arsenal stands for. But there's so many people, fan channels and pundits and mainstream media that has sort of reported on those negativities around Arsenal. I'm not going to do that. I would just want to say a bit of what it is that I feel needs to be done. I think we all need a bit of clarity, and also we all need a bit of fight. But be that as it may. So Arsenal's 11 for me is purely from a tactic perspective. We had a Carabao Cup, and I'm sure there's going to be much changes there. Young Jack Porter in goal didn't do too bad. It's a huge opportunity for him to shine, and did he shine? Maybe one or two few mistakes he made. However, he redeemed himself, and also with the likes of the senior guys on the field that could maybe just put their arm around him and say, "Don't worry, we have your back." And also with the defense being so strong and giving him that assurance that you shouldn't be worried. So yeah, just sort of a small review on last week's game. But after this intro, I would want to just give you, you know what, leave the intro because time is going to kill me. Time's going to get me. So yeah, I mean, just a small update. Arsenal did very, very well against a very, very informed Manchester City team. And we all know what happened. To me, it's a red card. Unfortunately, how it came about, I don't agree with. I would probably say to the young, to Trossard and say, look, you're on the yellow card. The half is almost over. You're up 2-1. So just relax, man, and not give the referee a choice to make. However, I think the referee acted out of stupidity. If you remember last season, our web said that this particular referee, Michael Oliver, didn't want to impact the game negatively. However, he just did the opposite now. And I've not seen the ref watch and the feedback from PGML. I'm not really interested. What I really am interested in is that all fans should call out, whether you're a rival fan or whether you're an Arsenal fan. Let me put it this way, all football fans must call out the inconsistency and the standard of the PGML, because the standard has dropped. The standards has not given fans confidence in the refereeing, because not just in the Arsenal game, it's in every other game. I mean, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest, Ipswich, Southampton versus Ipswich last weekend. Arsenal went to Man City. controversy in the United game. There was so much controversy in all sorts of, even the Fulham and the Newcastle game. There's so many things that was inconsistent by the officials and the standard of the officiating. So yeah, I mean, we all need to come together, and we all need to obviously show that we are a united front against this BGML standards of officiating. Almost want to say as far as sort of protesting on the standards, and obviously it must be very, very peaceful. But you know what, football brings the worst out of people. So yeah, I don't know. It has to be, obviously, it has to be a managed protest. But let us all go out there and just fight the standards and the inconsistencies of those standards, which the PGML shows us every week in and out, because this is so poor. And yeah, fans, whether it's Arsenal fans, whether it's, hey, how's it, Hannah? Welcome to the Good Matters. First time that I see you, Hannah. Where you from? Are you Arsenal fan? If you're not, doesn't matter. Thank you for saying hi. So yeah, I mean, we need to obviously get, as a fan base, football fans, not Arsenal, not United, not City, not everybody. I mean, even if it happens to any team, I'm sure that fan base will be so disgusted and feel robbed if something should happen to their team regarding the standards and the inconsistency of those standards. So yeah, I mean, that is for me very important, that all fans should stand together and fight this inconsistency of the standards of PGML, and also the lack of common sense in the game. But yeah, look, it sounds that I'm salty. Maybe I am a bit salty, but you know what? I don't want to see it in the football, because the game of football is becoming so robotized, if as it were, to become so, what is the word, irrelevant to the game itself, because there's so many rules, so many subjectivity of those rules, and you know what, everybody perceives it differently. So yeah, let me just do this quickly before I go to the slide for Glenn. Hi, Hannah. Hi, it's Ashley. Yeah, we played soccer together. I'm an Arsenal fan. Ashley. Oh, Ashley. Now, why is your name Hannah, bro? Okay, Ashley, thank you for. I'm sure you're home. You're working for Levi's. Yeah, that's the Ashley that I think it is. So yeah, I mean, it is sad to see that the game of football has become so irrelevant to the game itself, because of the laws and the rules and all sorts of things. But yeah, be that as it may, let's go to who I think should be my 11. So now, I'm thinking Neto will probably start, depending if Raya is not cured, but if he's sort of fit with regards to his illness. And I think, let's see, Raya, he has a thigh injury that he picked up in the City game, obviously. And there is talks that he might be available. There's talks that he might not be available. So I would give Neto the start in this instance. I will start Neto. I will take Timber out, because Timber also got a knock, a cramp or whatever on his legs on Sunday. So I'll put Ben White back in there. Ben White is a bit fit now. He came out on Sunday to substitute the captain on the day, Saka. So I put White in there, and of course Saliba, and of course Gabriel comes back into for the youngsters, and not for the youngsters, but for Kivio that was in there, and Calafiore was in there, and so I will bring the big guns in there again. And Calafiore for me, he stays there. He stays into that left back there. Good news for us. That this guy might be available or he might be on the bench, which is Mikel Merino. He will probably have a cameo depending on how they declare him fit this today. So yeah, I will put him on the bench in the meantime. So he won't start, but he will probably come in. Then I'll have Thomas Partey, obviously, and I've got Rice there. So you'll see my formation there in the corner, right-hand corner is a 4-2-3-1, whereby I have a double pivot with Rice and Partey. I will give Sterling the start here because just the fact that he was very, very good on Wednesday night against Bolton. So that confidence has to obviously be transferred into the new game. And I think here's another. They use my phone. Yes, Ashley from Rio. Yeah, I'm sure. Ashley, how's it, bro? And are you still playing football? I haven't seen the field since COVID, so I have becoming a dip guy, fat guy around the belly. But yeah, so I'll give Sterling another start there, ahead of Martinelli and Trossard because of the brilliant game that Sterling had on Wednesday night against Bolton. Sterling obviously scored. I think he also had an assist, and he was all over the pitch. And I will give him that start against Leicester because of the momentum that we want to take into that game. So Sterling, for me, he gets the nod ahead of Martinelli and Trossard. Now, if you wanna counter me that I would put Martinelli in for pace, you know what? Sterling has got pace as well, because I don't know who's the right back for Leicester City. However, I think Sterling has more confidence than Martinelli now to take on a player because that is Sterling's style. He plays like that. He gives you a different thing to worry about as a fullback. So for me, Sterling gets the nod, and I'm hoping that I'm right there because the momentum that he's carrying over from Wednesday night, and I think for the amount of minutes that he played on Wednesday night should give him even more confidence because now he's facing a former Premier League side of Leicester City, and I think with the momentum and the mentality that he's got now is to go for more and to give more to the team, to give more assists to Kai Havertz, and also maybe perhaps score a goal again. So for me, I think Sterling, he gets the nod for me ahead of Martinelli, and I think I also want to see what he can bring out of Rice being on the left side at 8 maybe, or even Calafiore coming onto the left overlap. And see what they can do as a partnership. So we need to, in these type of games, we need to sort of experiment our options and see where we can strengthen. Okay, yes, you're playing with Craig tomorrow. Is our last league game. We play for Presby. Oh, you're playing for Presby again. Okay, that's nice. That's nice to see. Well, send my regards to the guys on the team. I'll probably play next year. I'm going to keep fit. I got invited 2 weeks ago to come play for Lenny and them, but I was working. However, I'm hoping to get fit and get into my boots next season. So yeah, I want to see the options we have with Calafiore, Rice, and Sterling. When I know what Martinelli is about, I think he lacks a bit of confidence. However, he did have a good game on Wednesday. So I wanna see Sterling getting the nod ahead of Martinelli, and Trossard obviously will be back from his suspension. He had a suspension only for the Bolton game because the two yellow cards affair. So it's only one game banned, and that is the game that he was banned for, a Bolton game. And of course, I want to give Ethan Nwaneri a big chance and a big shot because of not only the the two goals that he scored against Bolton, the fact that he's so calm on the ball, he's so at home, he's so easy in that midfield. He glides over the field, and the mere fact that Jorginho was there to sort of support him, I think Nwaneri deserves a start for me, especially with the negativity in our regarding Arsenal coming from the Etihad. We need that attacking flair, and I think Ethan is giving us that attacking flair. I said on another podcast on Monday night, I was invited to the official Arsenal supporters club from Cape Town in South Africa. I was invited on their podcast, and I said maybe I will give him the start against Bolton, which he obviously did. And the question was posed to me is that, do you start him in the Leicester game? So I wasn't going to start him in the Leicester game. However, seeing what he did on Wednesday night, yes, it's a Bolton team, but it gives you that idea that he can do it against any other team. So Ethan, for me, gets the start. I hope he gets the start, especially if you have the double pivot with Partey and Rice behind him. So I would give Partey and Rice that responsibility to protect him and also give him that confidence that he can glide across the field from left to right and play that number 10 role where he sort of gives and contribute to Saka and contribute to Sterling, whoever is playing on that side. So for me, Ethan Nwaneri, he gets a huge nod from me to say you start in that 10 or in the right-hand side 8 if they don't play double pivot. But I'm sure with the legs that he's got, he can play up and down like we saw on Wednesday night. He's so physical, he's so athletic. He brings a different momentum to the team. He gives a different vibe to the midfield, and he also he knows the field. If you want to call it that professionalism, the knowledge, the intelligence, he knows the field. He knows where his players are. He knows how to progress the ball into a final third, and that late runs into the box, like he scored his first goal, reminds me of Jack Wilshere and also of Emil Smith Rowe coming late into the box, and that is something that Odegaard does well. And him being, I mean, I've listened to his interview, the post-match interview the other day. Is how awesome it is for him to be part of this team, the first team, as it were, and also to be surrounded by the experience of those first teamers. And he's so humble. He's intelligent with all sorts of things pertaining the ball, pertaining off the ball. What he does when he runs into spaces, when he runs into defense, in defensive mode. And also when he carries the ball, he gets the ball, he releases the ball, and that is what we need from a 10 or from a 8, where he releases the ball very quickly and very soon, as soon as he got the ball. So for me, Ethan needs to start this game because it is a Leicester coming from the Championship. I don't want to take anything away from Leicester because Leicester can harm you, especially with their physicality and with their the experience that I have in the team. And also it's easy for those type of players to come out and maybe try and especially for the youngster being 17 years old to come out and intimidate him regarding his age. However, having said that, I don't think and I don't see him being easily intimidated by more senior players. So the fact that he can carry himself that way, it gives me an idea that Arteta really is going to trust this guy. This youngster needs to start this game because seeing a couple of footages and how he sort of conduct himself on the pitch in terms of warming up. So from that sort of stance, you can already see what he's capable of. I mean, you've seen the game. He's played plenty minutes in that game, and he also scored 2 goals, and he contributed to 1 or 2 of the other goals as a third assist. So for me, Ethan obviously gets that nod. So the other 2, Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz, is obvious choices to start because of the strength and the versatility they bring, the flair that they bring. Kai Havertz is always working his socks off. He's working hard for the team. He comes into the defense and help out. Comes into the middle, come collect, and also distributes. And the runs that he make takes two players away from the ball into where he is from the opposition team. So Kai Havertz for me needs to stay up front and to give us that aerial ability, especially as the lengthy defenders from Leicester City. I think the Belgian guy looks the David Luiz lookalike. So yeah, I think he needs that. We need that aerial focus point also. So yeah, I think my 11 should be very clear. Especially Raya might be out with a thigh injury. Then obviously Jack Porter's on the bench there, and then you have the bench. I mean, if you look at the bench, you where's this thing? You have Jack Porter there. You've got Jurgen Timber there that might be fit because he got a knock the other day. You've got Kivior. You've got Jorginho. And then you've got Jesus, Trossard, Martinelli, and then we've got what's his name? Mikel Merino. That is just the few guys that I put on the bench, which is a very beautiful bench, a bench that can easily have a starting position in this team. And of course, don't forget the Miles Lewis-Skelly that I didn't put in there. He will probably be on the bench for backup. And then of course, Tomiyasu might be back. He's been training this week, so I think those are the options that we might have. However, I wouldn't put Tomiyasu on the bench now. I will still give him that opportunity to become fit. Odegaard is not going to be back until maybe the Liverpool game. So yeah, I wouldn't sort of bank on Odegaard being on the team. So yeah, leave me in your comments below your views on my 11. My 11 consists of Neto in goals, Ben White on right back, William Saliba right centre back, Gabriel left centre back, Calafiori left back, then Thomas Partey and Rice in double pivot, Sterling on left wing, Ethan Nwari on the 10, Saka on the right wing, and of course Kai Havertz up front. And that is my 11 for the weekend's game against Leicester. It's a home game, and I think Sterling deserves a start. Like I said, he had a very good game the other day. He had his first his starting debut. Waneri had his starting debut, and both of them scored. And that is a good option to have, especially going into the Leicester game. And the momentum that they have now, we shouldn't break, especially with Odegaard, with their creativity that is not there. We need the creativity from the center, especially with Ethan, that has shown us that how he can mix it up in the middle. So yeah, I think Ethan and Sterling is the only real changes, and of course Neto is the only real changes in the normal standard 11 of Arsenal starting. So yeah, I think the depth that we have in the team is now so awesome. And yeah, my prediction for this weekend, it was on Monday 2-1, but I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Arsenal victory. And to me, I want to say thank you for watching, and of course, that is what I'm gonna end up with, is to say thank you, Ashley, for watching, and thank you for commenting. And hopefully you can enjoy your game tomorrow against Presby, or for Presby, and hopefully you enjoy the show, and especially with my predictions and the team predictions. So yeah, let's see if my team. I'm going to show my team one more time. And there's Neto, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice, Partey, Sterling, Ethan, Nwari, Saka, and of course Kai Havertz. And of course the bench there at the bottom you can find is Jack Porter, Julian Timber, Kivio, Jorginho, Jesus, Trossard, Martinelli, Calmarino, and of course Miles Scully. Lewis Scully is not there, but he is also part of my bench. So all the best to everybody. If you're going to watch later, put your comment in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, and of course subscribe to Guna Matters. Hit the like, and of course subscribe to Guna Matters. And all you need to do is be awesome, be safe, and be blessed. Cheers.